Hello, I'm Noah, and welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're not. So today, for one, stormy outside if you can't hear it, which I'm pretty sure you can, because it's like louder than normal. It's kind of been storming a lot more recently, and normally it's not like that in my area. Not as often as it is, but I'm not surprised because it's literally been so hot. Like, it's been in like the 90s for what seems like eternity. And on top of that too, the humidity has been horrid. It's been absolutely horrible. And and yeah, it's just, it hasn't been the best. I like thunderstorms, don't get me wrong, but in the area, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Leave it to me to forget that I had yogurt earlier, right? And silly me, I'm moving my weights, like their arm weights, and I placed it in the yogurt thing, like, when you the peel off. Yeah, I put the weight in the peel off, so that's fun. Anyways, I'm back. What was I saying? I quite frankly don't remember, but I'm gonna leave off where I last remember, or start off where I last remember. But yeah, I really like storms, but in this area, the power knocks out really easily. And they said that we're gonna get our lines under the ground, but that has happened yet. That hasn't happened yet, which is good because the area where the lines are at, there's like a lot of just like bramble and stuff, and it knocks out the power. Actually, story time real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to check something real quick. But a while ago, it was like a month or two ago, the power line actually, like, one of the cords broke off. I don't know how it broke off. I think it was really windy that day, but it broke off, and we had a loose power line in the backyard. Like, half of it was hanging from the pole, and then the rest of the half was just chilling in the yard. I mean, like a loud pop sound too. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I would expect nothing less. But anyways, yeah. I like when it thunders, however, around here, not so much. Because the power goes out easily. And I can't live without my AC. And it's hot. I remember, like, last winter, oh my god, I've never, sorry, I'm just making sure that the birds are okay, because right now Lady's out, and Lady, compared to Buttons, is a lot more skittish. She seems to be doing fine right now. I went up to her earlier to see if she wanted to be near me, but she didn't seem interested. But anyways, yeah. Last winter was horrible. Like, I love the snow. I love the cold. I'm a winter baby. I'm very biased, but I genuinely do just like the cold. But, yeah. Anyways, unimportant. But the power went out, and it was out for days. And I love the cold, don't get me wrong. But, when you have birds, especially when you can't control how cold or how warm it is, that becomes a problem. Like, I remember, like, we went days without it. I quite can't remember how many days. I assume, like, 3 days. 2 or 3 days. And it got so cold in my room. And, like, oh my god, like, how can I create natural heat and keep it? So this is what I did. My bed. And I like having a lot of blankets and stuff. Oh, pardon me. And this is what I did. Because this was like the first time, I believe, that it wasn't like, not back to back per se, but this was kind of like the startup of it. That's the right word to use. And I was like, okay, how can I fix this problem? So this is what I did. Like I said, the bed, and then I got my blankets, and I got more on top of that, and I put them in their travel cases. And I put the blankets over the travel cases. And then with that, I tried to use the heat I had, because we were kind of like snuggled together. So the blankets I had on would go over them, then they had their own blankets, and I tried to use my heat to kind of like keep them warm. Yeah, it was not fun. Like, and not to mention too, around this time, oh my god, around this time, is there something? Oh no, it's not. The car, Mr. Car, it was having problems. And we went long enough to where things were starting to die. And they were already dead. And I was like, okay. I'm like, I need some of these things to be charged. Because, like, I was the one, like, when we needed food, we just go through, DoorDash. And, like, I would just always would be the one to just do that. And that's how we got our food, because, you know, the power was out. We couldn't heat anything up. And, yeah, so it's like, okay, I'm like, we're gonna need food. So I'm just gonna go in Mr. Car and charge some things up. So I did that. I was charging, like, my phone and, like, somebody else's phone. And then, pardon me, my power bank. That didn't last very long. It didn't last very long. Because the car was still having problems. Which, it's fixed now. But, yeah. The car shut off. And it wasn't because of the cold. This problem has been persisting for a while. But it was kind of like one of those problems to where it happens and it, like, seems to fix itself. But reality was not fixing itself. It's just, it was something electrical. So, like, sometimes it would pop up, sometimes it wouldn't. But, yeah. It went off. I was like, great. Because what I was thinking about doing, which I was kind of iffy on this, because, like, when it comes to, like, shock and stuff, and I didn't really know how well it would have affected the birds, because what I wanted to do, or I was thinking about, was taking them with me in the car, but I just didn't feel too confident in the sense of if that would be more helpful or more harmful. And I should have looked it up, but I didn't. But I knew I wasn't going to be in there long. And they were all bundled up, and they were sleeping. I didn't really want to disturb them either. But yeah, I wasn't in there long. And speaking of the power, it's starting to tweak out. But yeah, that's the only problem about this area, is the power goes out. It's very sensitive. You blow on it, and it's out. And especially when it comes to these storms too, it's not really helping. Luckily, from what I remember, in other words, take it with a grain of salt, we haven't had any power gone out yet from the storms. It went off for like a second, but I don't really consider that fully being off because no one had to come to fix it. But it just went off for a second and everything turned back on. Turned on again. And a part of me is kind of waiting for it. Like one day, I'm like, great. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah. Is it gonna turn off? Is it not gonna turn off? Guess we'll find out. But anyways, that's like so off from what I wanted to talk about today. So today I kind of wanted to talk about kind of like how people change. I mean, more so like yourself, right? Like for me personally, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired. Like, I don't know why, so I apologize. But for me, like I said, for me personally, when it comes to change, I kind of never thought I'd be who I am today. Like, not in a bad way. Like, I think I'm a pretty, like, decent person. Like, I don't know, from when I was younger, I really didn't like myself. Well, that's an understatement. I fucking hated myself. Like, I didn't like myself at all. And I kind of, like, what's the right word? I don't think showed out is the right word. I kind of did things for attention, kind of. Like, it was never, like, too drastic, but sometimes I would, or I used to, kind of, like, have a bit of extraness in me so I could get in a reaction. More so comedy, like, laughing and stuff, because, I mean, everyone deserves a laugh, right? And especially if I made people laugh. But yeah, no. Today, who I am, if I were to look at younger me, like little me, if you will, it just, I think, well, no, I know little me would be so confused because, like, who I am now and who little me was, or is, it would be, like, confusing. Especially because, too, when you're a kid, you really absorb, you're like a sponge. I mean, obviously, you're a kid. And all the things that little me went through and how it shaped me back, oh my god, I'm having a stroke. I apologize. But no, everything that little me went through and how it shaped me back then shaped me now too, but for different reasons, you know. Like, I learned from it instead of it changing me. Or did I say that right? To be honest with you, okay. Wait, there's something. To be honest with you, I may redo this video, and if I don't, and I post it out, that's, you know, it. I really am so tired right now. And I thought I was a lot more energized than what I was, but I'm not. And, like, I'm telling you, I believe I've done this video before. I don't know where it's at. You've lost. Lost. It's like lost media. And I'm trying to do this video because, like, I really want to do this video because they even have, like, a little short with it. And, like, I'm too tired because I'm yawning. Pardon me. I'm yawning too much. And I don't like to yawn a lot in the videos. Because I'd cut it out, but, like, I'm me. I'm just me. It's like, okay. But yeah, anyways. See, even now, I'm just like kind of out of it. And I'm also looking outside too, and it's like still storming, right? I'm actually really more interested in talking about the storm than the topic. I didn't really want to talk about it, but right now I just don't think I'm in a good space for that, in the sense of I'm tired, alright? But yeah, it's light outside right now, and there's still thunder. And I thought it was gonna last longer. That's what she said. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I don't come here often. But yeah, it seems like it's over because I'm not in a severe weather alert. When have I not? I mean, like, I swear, this whole week they said that it was going to be like essentially stormy, like 60%, 50, 40%. After, why am I so tired? Like, I didn't get well. My sleep, it was mediocre at best. And actually, I didn't really sleep that good, to be honest. But okay, I'm looking at the weather real quick. Okay, so it says thunderstorms outside still. It quite clearly sunny outside right now, but you can hear the thunder mist. Okay, wait a minute. It says severe weather alert. And it's supposed to stop at 9 p.m. It's currently 6:22 right now. And it's making me upset because when I see lightning, when I hear thunder, I want to see rain, okay? I see the rain. Like, it's just shiny outside. Like, I can see the, sun on my curtain. No. If it's gonna commit, I need 110%. Or maybe, like, 100, because I don't want my power knocked out, but yeah, right now it's, wait a minute. So now it says storming, which I only think I hear thunder. To me, that's not a storm. That's, yeah. Then 8 is 35. Then 9 is 50. Wait a minute. And I don't know, I think it's gonna get worse because from what I'm seeing on the radar, it's starting to come more towards us, which doesn't really make any sense unless it's like going away. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Wednesday is 95%. 95%. Thursday's 38. And then next week is 35, 45, and 55. But yeah, I mean, rain. You know, and like, I don't mind it. I like the rain. I like thunderstorms. But if, like I said, if you're gonna say you're in a thunderstorm, give me 10%, okay? I mean, 110%. No, 100. My bad, 100%. Because I like seeing it. Like, weather is so fascinating to me, right? Especially just sitting there and watching it and drawing, which, you know, I got my drawing book and I'm gonna show it off because I like to do drawing, which I don't really know if that's obvious or not, but yeah, I like to draw, especially when it storms and stuff. But this does not qualify for drawing, whatever. And some of these things too, actually almost everything in here kind of has something to do with my dreams, one of my destinations, if you will. And it's for my series I want to make one day. Fingers crossed that gets done. For the Destined Souls. And these are kind of just like creatures and stuff. And speaking of creatures, it's the mascot. Well, yeah, I mean, he looks like that. But, yeah, creature, which oh my god, I'm having a stroke. Originally, his name was Mushu, but his name is Creature because he's the mascot. And I know I brought him up one time in the video, and I didn't say his real name because I low-key kind of forgot. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is Creature, and Creature's the mascot for the animation, right? The production, the animation production of like the Destined Souls. And here is a dragon, because with the Destined Souls, right? This video is a mess. Are you here for the ride? Are you or aren't you? I'm gonna take that as a yes if you're still watching. Thank you for watching, by the way. I appreciate it. But yeah, the Destined Souls is okay. It's fantasy, and it has dragons, witches, Orlins, which is a dragon witch hybrid, humans, and yeah. And I just like drawing like the dragons. And the dragons I'm honestly still working on. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I want the dragons to have like a dragon form and like a human form, which that kind of wouldn't make sense because of what I have planned for it. Or not like a dragon form, but like a human dragon-esque form, you know. Or like their ancestors look like dragons, but like over time they kind of evolved or something. I don't really know, but there's one. And then I can't say much on this one because this has some lore behind it. Even though it may not seem like much, this kind of has some lore behind it. But I don't really like how I did the pants, but I feel like actually the pants shockingly tell a lot more than what they show. But yeah. And I didn't color the shoes because I wanted to do the shoes brown, but I already used brown and I didn't want the brown on brown because it would have looked like the same color, and I wanted one to be lighter than the other because I wanted the boots to be lighter. But like what I tried, which is half the reason why the pants look how they do, is because I tried to get a white marker to kind of lighten it. It didn't really work. But anyways. And then here's another one. I really like dragons, if you could not tell. And then like this is supposed to kind of be like a yin yang type of deal, as you can tell by the sun. But yeah, because they were supposed to kind of have like more of their patterns on one another, but I obviously did not do that. But yeah, there's the little schizophrenic looking dragon, and then the other dragon. And then this is supposed to kind of show, it's supposed to be more of a scenery. Doesn't look good because of the rot. I don't know, like I don't want to say it doesn't look good, but it could look better because I know my ability. But yeah. And then have another one. Oh yeah, this one I messed up and I didn't like it, so then I went over it, which it doesn't look bad, but I still don't like it because under it it's supposed to, okay, I don't fully like, because they're kind of supposed to be like gnarly looking creatures, but I didn't like it. But I really liked the first sketch, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go over it. Because what I wanted to do was, like, make blobs. You know how, like, some people make blobs and they, like, use their imagination to kind of, like, make a face or something? That's kind of what I wanted to do here. It didn't really go well because I didn't like any of it. And I got really mad. Like, I got really mad that it didn't work because my first sketch was so good. So, after that, it was kind of just like I was taking how I felt and put it on the paper. Like, anyways, yeah. I don't really know what this thing is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. It's just, it's whatever this is. I don't know what this is. I made it. Originally, I was supposed to make 2 because we're gonna be like friends or something. And yeah, the other one is hidden. If you look close enough, you can see it, but nah, I covered over it. I know, like, oh, and this is one of my current ones. I just finished this one actually, as it says June 28th on it. This one so far is my favorite. The legs, or the arms are a little small, but overall I'm really proud of this. Like, if I could get this printed on a shirt, I would. Like, just look. Oh, look at it! Look at it! That's a SpongeBob reference. If you know, you know. You don't, you don't. But kind of just chilling. Especially this dragon. I kind of took inspiration from Creature. Because Creature is like... Okay. Creature is its own species. And they're called... Wait, there's... What are they called? Because there's ones... Okay. I cannot believe I forgot. It's been a hot minute since I've touched this, so I don't blame myself. But there are Shatterlings. And then Creature is... Oh my god, what is Creature? Creature... Okay, well, in the meantime, I'm trying to figure this out here. You can just... Oh my god, I cannot believe... They're Orlin? No, that's... Now I have to look this up. I know I have it somewhere. I know I do. Because I have, like, so many things of just... my works for what I want to do. Which I think I've shared. Maybe I haven't. I'm not too sure. Oh. Shatterling? Are they called Shatterlings? No. There are night crawlers, but those aren't it either. Okay, well, anyways. So, whatever Creature's breed is that I forgot. Can't believe myself right now. But, you know, like I said, to my credit, there is a lot, and I haven't really touched on it in a hot minute. Like, more like really working in the world, which I need to start doing, but it's just, it's so much. It's just, like, really overwhelming. But, yeah. Shatterlings are, like, the corrupted version of Creature's species. Because what Shatterlings do, they shatter Creature species. And then they become Shatterlings because they're shattered. But yeah, so anyways. I'm really proud of this one. At first, I didn't really know how well it was going to go. But I really like it. Because this is my first time I've ever really, or like not literally first time, but I mean in general, that I've actually started to use markers. And if you want to know what the markers are I use the I use Sharpie creative markers. I really like them. That's what they look like. They come in a pack of like either 8 or 12. I think 12. But yeah, I really like them because the thing is, and this isn't sponsored or anything, this is just honest opinion coming from an artist. They look really good. And no bleed through. Like, none. And a good thing about them too is like if you want to go over a color, it's relatively easy. Of course, the darker colors it's going to be harder because it's darker, especially if you use a lighter color. But yeah. And this sketchbook too, I love the sketchbook. Also not sponsored, but like no bleed through. And I really like that. Especially with how much you see, or I don't know, let me find one that has a lot of or especially like using the ones with the scenes on it. Like the colors go good. But anyways, yeah. And this is the sketchbook too, by the way. Like I said, not sponsored, but I really like this little sketchbook, especially because you can take the pages off. I will say though, the pages coming off for the smaller books are a lot better than the bigger books. I will be right back. Okay, back. I've got like a lot of stuff over there, and it's like, I'm pretty sure I made the top one too top heavy, so I had to pretty much fight for my life to get this sketchbook. But this is the same thing as you... Is it the same thing? Wait a minute. Oh no, they're different brands. Anyways, wait, I have to make... Yeah, but this one can still come out either way. I'm going to show it to you. These pages are a lot thicker, but also keep in mind that, you know, they're different brands. I'm not sponsored by any of these, by the way, but have to find a good page. Oh, but here's Creature. And this is exactly what I mean. And there's stuff on the back, but is there stuff on the back too? Oh yeah. There's some more Creature, but you see the... Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it or not, but the pages, they're really scraggly. And the pages come out so easily. Because they don't have that security, which also, like I said, they are different brands. And the other one feels a lot more like it's meant for color or water painting. This one just seems more so just sketching. But yeah, I don't really like that. Because, you know, it falls out easily. And especially if it's important things, which, you know, these are important to me. It's kind of like, okay, well, let's not fall out. Well, actually, you know, these hold watercolor too. I will say that. These also hold watercolor. And I'll show you this. But it's just so hard to keep the little things perfect. But this is a character. And then this is the back. And this, I know for a fact, this is watercolor. Because I colored it. And then also sticking them all in too is a pain. But yeah, it's a good book. But like when it comes to the purpose of... Oh, here. Oh, I can show you what Shatterlings look like real quick. Is this their official design? I'd like to say yes. Oh, wait. Okay. Actually, I mixed it up. Which I think I may change the name. Okay, so... Actually, oh my god, I've messed up the whole thing. Okay, so actually, Nightcrawlers are the one. So, creature species actually is Shatterlings. My bad. And Nightcrawlers are what I was mistaking Shatterlings for. Whew, I need to re-update my mind. But it does make sense now. Now it's starting to come to me. They're Shatterlings because... Okay. They're called Shatterlings because, they come from something that's passed away. And I remember that I was trying to find a name for them. And I mean for like the night crawlers, because shatterlings kind of work either way. Either they get shattered or they're shattered from something before, which does come and play into the world. But this is what a shatterling looks like. Shatterlings and nightcrawlers. And the one thing I do like, even though these pages kind of stuck staying in here, kind of suck staying in the book, it is easy just to show. The bird looking thing, yeah, that's a nightcrawler. And then this is a, hopefully you can see it, that is a shatterling that got corrupted by the nightcrawler, and that's kind of like their vibe. And I'm going to show you more of a shatterling. Shatterlings are so cute. I love them so much. Like, I don't even know how I really came up with them, to be honest. But I know when I came up with them, because that's like one of the first creatures I ever came up with were the shatterlings. And then I was like, that's gonna be the logo of my company. And these have some like other things in them too. Because at the time when I made this, actually, I was thinking that shatterlings can manifest in different ways. Which is why when you see different like skulls, that's like their different manifestations. I don't really know if that's still a thing or not. Which I would think so. I mean, I don't think I wrote anything about them not being it. But I know too, which I don't know, which I'm still probably going to keep this, but they like hide their faces in different skulls, so like they can hide. So when they're being attacked by the nightcrawlers, they look dead already, so they don't get attacked. And also too, they're alive but they're dead at the same time, because like they come from dead things. And I don't want to get too specific because there's like a part of that takes a good part of the story. But yeah, anyways, enough of me talking, time for me to show. But yeah, these are shatterlings. I don't know what that is, not, but that's just kind of on there. But yeah, I cannot believe I messed those up. Wow. Because I thought nightcrawlers were shadow hounds. That's what I thought they were. But I don't know. I think I may change it. Actually, I feel like I may reverse it. Because shatterlings make more sense if something is shattering them, you know? Then the nightcrawlers, I feel like, would make more sense for the shatterlings because they normally come out. Well, they wouldn't actually come out at night, so I lied about that. But yeah, that's why I think the other one, or why I like the other one more, is because, like, look at that. Like, the pages that I work hard on are just kind of out compared to this. Yeah. But anyways, so back to not the scheduled program, but the scheduled program. So back to them. Alright, we've looked. Now we're gonna go to the most current one, and I'm still working on this one. And this is kind of what I was talking about too, because I put black around here, I believe. Actually, no, I lied. It's not black, but the orange took color from the black I was trying to cover up, and in return, it kind of like smeared, or not smeared, but it took that color and put it on here, which isn't bad because I'll try to show it to you if I find it quickly, but if I don't, I'm just not going to. Oh, here we go. That's pink. Actually, yeah, this kind of shows that problem. If you can see it. it kind of like it tints the color, even though it can't, like, if you stroke it a little bit, it eventually goes. Is this on all the way? And this actually was the one that got dried out the other day. Make sure it's shut all the way, and like last time I left it open. But yeah, that's really the only thing. And actually, I don't think I posted. I think this video actually will go out before the other one. But that's what these markers are, or what I used on here. And kind of like what I'm talking about is if you look behind like little squiggly lines, that kind of like mixing of different of the colors and me trying to cover up a darker color. But yeah, so what else is in here? And there are some sketches actually in here. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend this one. Because like I said, it's just a lot more sturdier. And for people who like smaller sketchbooks, I never really was like a small sketchbook kind of person until I kind of got this sketchbook. I don't even remember how I got this sketchbook because I've had it for a while. But, sorry, my like thing almost fell. I vacuumed the other, or no, it was yesterday, and it started to move, and it freaked me out. Okay, but yeah, where was I? Yeah, no, but I got this whenever I did, and I just, yeah, I really like it, because it's not too big. I like the fact that it's, here, I'll show the side, actually, it has something interesting on it. It's not too big, but I still have enough room to do what I want to do in it. And I don't feel like I'm wasting a page, because all the pages you've seen, you know, they've been used. And it helps with portions, too. Like, everything. That's nothing. I want to do something with this page. I haven't figured out what to do with it yet, though. But yeah, it's, like, all been used. But there's still enough room to add more if I wanted to. And that, I mean more so meaning in the sense of, like, once I have the centerpiece, there's still more room around it. But yeah, now I'm just gonna kind of look. Oh, here's a character that's a part of the Destined Souls. When was this? Oh, this is 24. Well, yeah. She has something to do with the Destined Souls, too. And so does she. Oh, there's more stuff in here. Oh, this is cute. I'll show you guys this. She has something to do with the Destined Souls as well. I'm telling you, I love working on the Destined Souls. I kind of had a brain fart, my bad. But yeah, the Destined Souls is something I'm very proud of. Working on it and such. And making characters. I love making characters. It's my favorite thing. I love designing things. Like, if I could pick one job to have, it would be just designing. And it doesn't really even have to be just, like, characters or anything. But I would like that. And here's actually some more. And here's actually, this is a bit of Crystal Cove, which is the main world, which is where the witches live. And this is me kind of just designing how their land's gonna look. Because I want it to have, like, that fantasy feel, but still be down enough to earth to where it's, like, the perfect like, the perfect middle. Because you know there's some, like, games or movies or whatever it is where there's just enough wackiness, but it's still rooted in reality to where it's like, that works for that world. And I want my world to work for my world, of course. And here's some more. Like, I love doing it. I'm more so enthralled with creating the characters, though. Like, I like creating the world around it. I do, but it's just so much. It's so overwhelming. Which is why I kind of work on it in and out. I've worked on it for a hot minute. And especially when it comes around like Halloween, that's when I start to work on it more, because, you know, witches and stuff. And it's just my pride and joy. And I hope one day too, which, I don't know, I may show you the posters, which I think they've briefly been shown, like, at the beginning of my videos. That I hope one day that can be seen to the world. And even if it isn't, like, how I want it to be, in the sense, because I want series. I have in mind 3 series. And I have names for all of them. And it's, I don't know, should I say it? Whatever, I'm gonna say it. The Destined Souls, Witch's Vendetta, and The Misfortuned Eye, or something like that. And my plan is that each one follows a set of not kids, but like the kids of the previous. And kind of like how certain things trickle down and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to keep that in or not, because I feel like that was like a big plot twist that I had. But, you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. But if it does, then, you know, it may have a little, you know. But yeah, that was my plan. Or was it the Unfortunate Eye? I don't remember the third one. Now it's gonna bother me. But I know Witch's Vendetta and The Destined Souls, because a few times, because originally The Destined Souls changed to Witch's Vendetta, and then it changed to The Misfortuned Eye, or something like that. But then I was like, okay, well, I can keep those 3 names. Ooh, pardon me. I can keep those 3 names, but turn them into their own series. And each series touches on something different. And I feel like The Destined Soul 2 really works for what I have in mind for The Destined Souls. Because, like, the plot is about destiny. And how things, you know, if you're destined to know it, you'll know. It may not be in the way that you want to know, but you'll know. And Witch's Vendetta didn't really fit that, because it's about destiny. And on top of that too, though, I've had this for a while. I think like 4 or 5 years I've been working on it, give or take. Maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more. But the plot has also changed a lot too. So at the time it may have made sense, but now it doesn't really make sense for like the old plot that I have now, or that I had, but now it's different. And yeah, I think that's really everything. This video was a mess. But there's nothing wrong with a little mess, you know, especially if you enjoy it, you know. But I'm Nola. Thank you for listening, especially for this ramble, because it was like, what, 40 minutes long? Maybe a bit longer. I appreciate you watching. Stay safe, drink water, and most importantly, be yourself. Peace.